Since I haven't been able to find any video tutorials on how to do this, I figured I would go ahead and explain it. I am replacing the stock steering wheel on a 2006 Ford E350. It's the fly-by-wire system. And so to replace it, you need a steering wheel with the buttons in it, which this has, and a replacement clock spring, which I ordered. So the steering wheel cost me 60 bucks. Clock spring was like 95. Got a used steering wheel, so under $200. And then a replacement Torx screw. It's a T50. It's the steering wheel screw. So I haven't done this before, but I'm gonna try to walk you guys through what I do. Hopefully it'll help somebody out. First thing I did was pop off the plugs on either side of the steering wheel. Okay, next step is to remove the 8mm bolts on both sides that hold the airbag in place. So I already did the other side. I'll get this one removed. Alright, so there's the 8mm bolt. Try not to drop it, kind of a pain. Then I believe the airbag should pop off here. Alright, pretty straightforward. Now I need to unplug some stuff. Put this over here. I should mention that I did unplug the battery yesterday. Someone said 30 minutes was fine. I just did it yesterday, so there was no worry, so that the airbag doesn't accidentally go off on you. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that black and yellow one unplugged from the back there, and then this one up here unplugged from in there. Alright, so I've got this bolt loose. It was a little bit hard. It'd probably be easier if you had somebody hold the steering wheel for you before trying to unscrew it. I was able to get it loose. Probably didn't need to replace that, but that's alright. So my buddies at AutoZone lent me the 2-arm puller. Turns out you need a 2-arm puller to get the steering wheel off, so got that here now. Go ahead and pull this puppy off. Well, I think that might have done it. Yeah, now we're talking. Alright, so I botched it with my old clock spring, but I'm not real worried. So what you need to do is pull the screws out from underneath, pop off the bottom of the cover of the steering column, then pop off this cover so you can get at these guys, because that is what we are replacing with this clock spring. So I got these guys disconnected. Now I'm going to pop off the old clock spring. Although it looks like there's a piece that fits in by the ignition cylinder also, so I got to figure out how to get that off as well. Alright, that thing just popped right off. So now the old clock spring is off, right here. And I'm going to install the new clock spring. Alright, putting the clock spring back on, first thing to do is remove the lock cylinder. So you're going to turn the key to 2, push this little button under here, and then pull out the lock cylinder. Alright, so lock cylinder's out. Now I think I can get this cover out of the way enough to get that first piece on. Okay, that snaps in there. Okay, this was like that. Okay, that's all in place. So then I just pulled this guy, popped right out. Now I'm gonna put my ignition lock cylinder back in, grab the steering wheel, put that through there, once you get it on right, it sure fits easily. Now, I'll put the bottom cover back on. T50. Put the steering wheel bolt back on. It was pretty hard to get on. Tighten it down pretty well. I ended up putting everything back together in the dark, so I don't have good video of it, but it's really pretty straightforward. You just want to hook all the wires back together under there, run them the direction they were previously. Then you put your steering wheel covers back on. Then steering wheel goes on, steering wheel screw. Then plug everything in. There's one that plugs into the back of the steering wheel, one that plugs into the clock spring, and then, one that plugs into the back of the airbag, one that plugs into the clock spring. Then you put your airbag back on, connect them with those two bolts on either side, those 8mm bolts, and put the caps back on. So pretty straightforward to put it back together. Taking it apart took a little figuring out. And then test that everything works. Connect your battery again, put the car to on, and, well, you can start it and then see if you get a blinking airbag light. If so, something's not connected right. Other thing to test is just hitting your horn. And then you have to go, or I had to go to a Ford dealer and get them to turn on the cruise control. And it was just a setting under speed control, I think. And it said cruise control present. And it was disabled or off. And so it had to be enabled or turned on. And they, it took them 15 minutes, but they had to charge an hour of work, so it was $125. But I'm extremely pleased to have cruise control in this vehicle now.